This is question number 4 from chapter 14.1, and we want to answer to the questions parts from A through G. All right, let's start. So the first question, we want to determine what is the multiple regression line, and again we need to download the table to Excel. So here the raw data, we're going to click on this window. We're going to open it in Excel. So once you have it on Excel, just open it, enable it. There you go. So again, just to make sure that you are doing the right thing, we want to identify the variables. All right. So we have the quality here, alcohol content percentage, and the chlorides. All right. So we need to identify just the Y really. That's the remaining variables will be the x1 and x2, right? Obviously. Okay, so what is the Y here? We have a statement is saying that is in an attempt to develop a model of wine qualities. So the quality is the Y's, the Y value here. All right, and they keep defining the measure of the Y. So the measure on the scale of 0 to 10, 0 being very bad and 10 is excellent, right? So the remaining variable x1, so x1 is mentioned here, the alcohol content in percentage, and x2 represent the number of chlorides for the wine. Okay, so we are ready to go here. Just to for our reference, this is the Y value, this is going to be the x1, and this one is going to be the x2. All right, so let's try to get into the equation. How do you find it? So first of all, you want to go to the tab of data, and then you want to click on data analysis. Once you get the menu here, you want to go scroll down to regression, select it and say okay. So we're gonna get another menu, and here you just have to fill up the input of the Y range. So you can click on this arrow and select the quality over here as Y's. Okay, so please select the labels, which is quality. We're gonna check this box because we are selecting the labels. We're gonna input the X. So here the X means x1 and x2, right? If you have more than one x1, x2, you select all of them at once. So you go with the arrow, select the alcohol and chloride, and go all the way down. So all the data should be included here. And that's basically it. We don't need anything else. We need the output here, output range. We click inside the box or we click on the arrow and select where the output is gonna start. And that's all for now. So this is Excel output. Let's make it visible. And we get all the data here. So for the equation, we are concerned only about this part. Let me highlight it. There you go. Going back to the question. All right, we want to round to 2 decimal places, everything. So this one, the Y intercept. So that's going to be minus 10.817, that's 82. That the Y intercept, by the way, is right here. And then this is the B1, and the B1 is going to be the alcohol percentage, and this is going to be the value again. You can copy it and then place it here, right? And then you can round it to 2 decimal places. So there is 528. That would be 53. And the last one would be this, the B2 of the chlorides. We can copy it, Control C. Then we paste it again, and then you can round it. So we have 6.682. So that's going to be 68.68. And that's all. So here is the interpretation of the B1 and B2. So B1 corresponding to X1, which means we're going to keep X2 fixed. That's the chloride, the number of given chloride. and then we increase x1 with 1 unit, that's 1%, and the increase is going to be reflected into the y hat, and that's by the value of b1, all right, b1 unit. And we do similarly for b2. So the interpretation of b2, we're going to keep x1 fixed, we increase the x2 by 1 unit, and the unit would be the number of chlorides, all right, 1 unit, and the reflection is going to be on y hat, and that's by the value of 6.68, which is b2, in value of y1. And the best choice should be this one, b. Why I didn't pick a? Because here is saying a decrease in the value of b1, and we don't have any decrease here. b1 and b2, we can see them here, they are positive, so definitely there is an increase. All right, okay, let's check it. Good. Now we are looking for the interpretation of the b0, and that's y-intercept. So we know the y-intercept is technically x1 is going to be 0 and x2 is going to be 0. x1 being the percentage of alcohol and x2 is the number of chloride. So does it have a meaning or not? Not really in this example, because if we have 0% in alcohol and 0 chloride, basically there is no quality at all, right? And we cannot have a negative quality in that moment. So the value is going to correspond to -10. There is no such a thing as -10. All right. So the best choice will be 0% in alcohol here and 0% in chloride, and no particular meaning. That's the quality, right? We select A, check it, good. Okay, so right now we want to predict the mean quality rating for a wine that has a 10% alcohol contents and a chloride of 0.09. Okay, so I'm going to do it on Excel. Let's do this. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to put here the value of x1 and here the value of x2, and this would be the value of y. All right, and we know here 10%, this is 0.09, and I'm going to create an equation right now which is equal sign, and this should be the equation, the y-intercept. So I'm going to select the y-intercept, y0, then plus, and then I'm going to select the b1 and times. So b1 I'm going to multiply by x1 and then plus again, and then I'm going to select the b2, number of chloride, and multiplied by number of chloride, which is this one, and enter. And that's going to give me 5.0709. So 507. Let me copy it and paste it. They want me to round to 2 decimal places, so that's going to be 5.07 and check. That's good, right? For this question, for the construct the 95 percentile confidence interval, I'm going to leave it for the next video.